NYYST. This is New York, Yankee sports talk. Swinging for the fences, knock it out the park. This is New York, Yankee sports talk. Christian and Chris, of course SGR. This is New York, Yankee sports talk. Homie, New York, Yankee sports talk. Record, rain or shine, grab your shades and umbrellas. NYYST, you're hanging with the fellas.
Welcome back. This is episode 315 of the NYYST podcast. We're live on NYYNewsTV. I'm your host, Christian. As always, joined by my co-host, Chris.
You.
And SGR.
What up?
We're back together. The fellas all back together here.
First time in 2023, okay?
Okay, plus.
Okay. Happy New Year.
Okay.
Happy New Year. Okay.
So, how you guys feeling tonight? You all right? You all right here?
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Going into it, lot of pressure on me.
Okay.
But I'm playing with house money at this point.
Oh,
And I resent something, by the way.
Oh, what's that?
In last episode, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I heard you say
Mhm.
I've never paid up on any of my debts. Then you corrected yourself. I got punched in the face. There was also another bet that I paid up on.
Which was?
Oh yeah, the mask.
The Dr. Fauci mask.
That
was miserable.
Where is the Dr. Go Fauci mask?
I threw it away.
See?
I took it. I wiped my ass with it, and then I
Is
threw
that
it
what
away.
it said to do with it? Yeah.
Doctor, go
So-
vouch yourself.
So we're live here. It's Monday night. An incredible day for me yesterday. My New York Football Giants took care of the Vikings.
Yeah, man. Good
Moving
game.
on to play scumbag guy Rise Eagles.
I'm not gonna even acknowledge that.
Well, we're
But,
enemies.
Yeah, no, it should be good. Yeah, we are.
we're-
We are.
we're
Can we
enemies
put it
now?
aside? Can we put it aside for the next hour or so?
Okay, we can do that.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Right.
I haven't. It's been a long time since I've been this into the Giants, and I mean they did it to themselves by being terrible for most of the last decade. But I've also kind of reconnected with this team after my dad passed. This was his. I like to ignore the fact that he once told me that the Giants were his team. I like to ignore that because the Yankees are my team.
That was
I'm a
like
Giant.
that
I'm a
was like
Giant.
the sit down talk if like you're adopted and like you don't know yet, and your dad
Kinda.
listen, son. Your dad,
He said-
but it was listen, son.
He said to me one time, he goes, "You like the Yankees more than the Giants?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, well, I like the Giants more. That's my team. So I pretended like he never said that. Even though he still was a Yankee fan, and all that stuff I've ever said about him regarding the Yankees is true. The Giants were his number one team. Sometimes I pretend that he didn't say that, but since he's been gone, like I've reconnected with this team as a way to kind of still connect with him. And yesterday, man, like that was a really great game. And like, look, as a Giant fan, do I want to lose to the Eagles next week? No, I don't want to lose to the friggin' Eagles next week, but
Yeah.
I got what I needed out of this season, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but listen, don't downplay. Like, yeah, maybe your dad liked the Giants more than the Yankees, but he was still way more of a diehard Yankee fan than 90% of people out there.
Okay, he was.
Right.
Okay, plus.
Say that.
Like,
yeah.
All the shit that he had, like all the memorabilia, like most people don't even have that.
Right.
That's
right.
true.
Honestly.
Okay.
Okay.
That's true.
Yankee
Okay.
Fan Plus package. Okay.
Okay.
So the great thing about what the Giants are doing is that they have a general manager and a head coach in place that that they're maximizing what they have on the field. Now,
Yeah.
could Joe Shane have done some different things at the trade deadline? Yeah, he probably could have, but he realized where his team was and didn't want to spend draft capital getting a wide receiver in here. And you know what? What he's doing is working so far. So, I mean, for this, I don't know why the dog's behind the couch right now. It's friggin' dog.
I don't know.
So to be a 9-win team and to be in the divisional round of the playoffs is something that nobody could have ever expected. So, like, I don't want to compare this to 2017 with the Yankees because The Yankees run the doorstep of going to the World Series. If the Giants get to the doorstep of the Super Bowl, maybe in comparison. But these magic carpet ride type seasons where you expect nothing and you get these type of games and these types of wins out of your team, they're the most fun, right?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
I'm not saying that the Yankees are going to go into this season, one of the favorites to win the World Series. Not saying that I won't enjoy a World Series, but it almost means more, or it's more fun that way. That's why Chris is like, "You're not a real Yankee fan." When I say that the 2007 Super Bowl, that the wild card Giants upset the undefeated Patriots, like for one singular moment. That's my favorite moment as a sports fan, right there.
Yeah, that's fair to say, man. That team was they beat the best, what was going to be the best team of all time.
Listen, I texted you guys this. I don't want.
Go ahead.
On Saturday. No, sorry, Sunday. Yesterday was 3 times more football I've watched all year.
Yeah, you watched a lot of football yesterday.
I watched every game. I did not watch one game all year, swear to God.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this. I've watched enough sports to know when a coach makes a difference. Okay? There was 2 games over the weekend that I felt, and I followed on my phone the Jags game. I had a little money on it. I thought Peterson did a great job in that game, especially towards the end, going for 2, kind of being
That's
ballsy.
your boy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he really did a good job. But what Dayball did with this team was beyond that, because it starts from the beginning.
That's Coach Dabes to you. Okay?
Coach Dabes, okay? It started from day one. This dude turned shit around. You know how much I hate the Giants. I was rooting for the Giants for you, Christian.
Same here.
And I got to be honest with you, man. I was not, once the game started, I wasn't rooting for you anymore. I was screaming for them. Not only we saw what a decent team, a good team who shouldn't even have been there, can do when they have a coach, someone at the helm who prepares them for the big games. You saw that, and that's why I put my money on the Giants, because I knew that he would have them show up. And I take back every bad thing I said about Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Because
that in there at the end.
And look, maybe he overperform? Like, did he play above his normal level of talent last night? Maybe, but you know what? He did it in a postseason game. So
he only had 5 interceptions this year. That's pretty impressive. Because
feel
like he had a lot last year.
No, this is the guy. He's been pretty much all year. So
it was fun.
As a Giant
ran
fan,
a lot more though.
As a Giant fan coming into the season, if you had to ask me if I thought Daniel Jones was going to be the quarterback in 2024 or 2023, I guess now, and this season, I'd say I honestly don't think so. I think that the Giants will go in a different direction because and now, especially after last night, there's no way that he won't be the quarterback for this team.
And you know what?
Who's snapping their pen over there? Is that Chris over there?
What do you guys do? You ever watch the documentary, by the way? Because we're playing Yankee Jeopardy tonight, by the way.
Here we go.
Yeah,
hold on.
Is that like a strategy? Are you guys doing Morse code over there?
Hold on. I'm going to get to
here
that
we
in a
go.
second.
Morris or Norris?
I just want to finish my point
Morris.
about Coach Dabes, okay?
Coach Dabes.
I said that about preparing a team because there's one thing the Yankees have lacked in the big game.
Yes.
And it's looking prepared. It's looking like they should be there. And whenever they face a team better than them in the postseason, they go out there with their tails between their legs. And I gotta blame the manager for that. I really do. Okay, real quick. You ever see the documentary of the guy who was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in like a different country?
No.
And the only reason he won was because
that was
had
a movie.
someone.
It's called Slumdog
No. The only reason he won was because he had someone coughing. If you go back to the tape, whenever he gets the answers, they read them off once. Then he goes, "Can you read it one more time?" And then the next time around, when the guy gets to the right answer, you hear all the way in the back, and then he goes, "It's C."
Well, there goes our plan.
So there's the click. That's the fucking click.
Yeah, sure.
That's what the click is.
All right. Anyway, So the whole point of well, it's twofold bringing up the Giants because I'm excited about it. Okay, so I wanted to open the show with it, do a couple minutes. I'm sure the Giant fans listening are in the chat. If you're in the chat, smash the like button, subscribe to
Please.
NYY News TV, and if you're going to be listening in the next couple of days over on Apple Podcasts, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. But also, because you can see how I only root for two teams, the Giants and the Yankees, and you can see how one general manager is pretty much doing everything right now, and the other general manager is just
Sleeping.
Sleeping is not the operative word that I'm looking for right now. He's just not making the right moves because over to it was Friday night, I believe. Was the arbitration deadline. You had to come to terms with all your players or whatever. The Yankees settled with everybody except for Gleyber Torres, right? They're about $500,000 apart. And people are like, oh, Yankees are cheap. Stop. It's Gleyber Torres. He can go fuck himself over that $500,000, all right? So stop being an Instagram model, pretending that was the first time you ever ate a hot dog in your life, and maybe the team would respect you and give you your $500,000, okay? But normally you don't get a lot out of these other than they settled with this guy, settled with that guy. One thing that came out of this arbitration or the settlings here is that Clay Holmes is the closer of the New York Yankees because in the contract language was that he can earn up to another $100,000 based on the amount of games that he finishes this year. So if we thought there was going to be a competition or this guy was, no, it's Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes is going to be the closer for the Yankees, which I thought was one of the interesting things that came out of the arbitration settling.
Do you disagree with that? Because I mean, I said about a month or so ago, I thought that would be the decision, and I like it. I think.
Who else could it be?
Well, you got J-Lo. I mean,
there's really
okay. All right,
there's two other guys. There's Jonathan NyynewsTV, right? Obviously, but I think we've talked about this. Does he serve better as the fire extinguisher type guy to then give you multiple innings, right? Is that more suited for him? Wandy's got balls of steel, but is he supposed to be more the guy that's a jack of all trades type of guy that really doesn't have a set role, just come in when you need him?
Right.
So yeah, I guess in that sense, right? Who else would it be? It's not going to – if King should be healthy, but King's going to also be a multi-inning relief type guy. Sure. Marinaccio, same thing. I don't think they want to turn it over to him. And Tommy Red Bull is back, but what would you say? Maybe he'd more be but like a 7th, 8th inning type guy. So yeah.
And I think J-Lo kind of showed a couple years ago, and I know he's matured since then, but every time they used him in a big game as a closer, he was just a different pitcher. I don't know. I can't explain it. I didn't trust him as much.
Would you say it was like Dellin Betances could pitch anywhere but the 9th inning?
Yes, pretty much.
Betances.
So
what he's up to.
He retired recently.
Yeah, no, I wonder what he's up to.
Wonder what he's doing.
Yeah, what do you think he's doing?
How you doing?
You think he's still living? Still living?
He never got that big contract. He just missed out on it.
Yeah, you know what?
He's still bitter.
He still made enough money to be invested it correctly.
What about Jabba? Did Jabba?
Yeah.
Well, didn't he fall off a trampoline once?
I think so.
Right.
So the first guy whose news broke that he settled was Frankie Montas. It was like $7.5 million, and you're like, and I think a lot of what we had talked about regarding this rotation was him being healthy and being the number 5, because that's very attractive, because who really has a number 5 that potentially could be what Frankie Montas could potentially be, right?
Right.
Then it just happens to come out not even 24 hours later that he's fucking still hurt, and he's 8 to 10 weeks behind everybody else right now, and he's going to miss at least the first month of the season.
Wild.
Yeah, it's upsetting too because it's the shoulder, and that's what he was dealing with when he got here. So
we knew, right?
Addressed then. It's kind of like who was that in the news recently? Was it for Boston? Someone over there, they're getting Tommy John now.
He's not getting Tommy John. That's Trevor's story. He's not getting Tommy John. He's having an alternative surgery to Tommy John.
Oh, can you explain a little bit more there? Was there?
I think they're putting a hinge on the ligament or some shit.
Oh yeah.
But he still might he still might be missing the entire year, so he should have probably just
But-
got Tommy John surgery.
But here's the thing, right? It's like getting a pet and you're told they have a terminal illness. And then you get mad at the person who sold it to you when the pet dies.
Mhm.
Like we knew this guy had shoulder issues.
No,
Or whatever it is. It's the same thing over and over. So guess what? This is again the GM. And I don't want to speak poorly about the Yankees because I'm still happy with a lot of things that happened. But like we're talking about the GM that they just gave another contract to.
What if happens again?
Then I'm done.
What's happening?
We just gave him another contract, right? This is a team we all love, the delusional Yankees, who employs a GM who gaslights us and then all of a sudden disappears again. Like you're telling me that opening day is right around the corner, and Aaron Hicks and Josh Donaldson are still likely options to be in the lineup.
Wash them out. Yeah, you're right, Chris. I hear you.
Aaron Hicks should not even be an option for the Yankees. But right now, it's going to be between him and Cabrera.
Right.
Yeah. So I sat here
that's
and
crazy.
I thought about this, right? And when the news of Frankie Montas came out, I immediately had to react to it. So I recorded a quick take, boom, sent it to Pete. Pete posted it, boom. And I'm like, I'm gonna rip Brian Cashman to shreds on Monday night. And then the Giants won. And I'm like, should I spare him? Should I let my joy of the Giants just wash away Brian Cashman's stupidity? And the answer is no, it shouldn't. Because fucking again, this guy cannot trade for starting pitching. How many times are we going to go down this road where Brian Cashman fails, just completely fails in acquiring starting pitching? The only time that Brian Cashman doesn't fail in acquiring starting pitching is when the Yankees have the most money to outbid everybody for said starting pitching. CC Sabathia, Garrett Cole, and hopefully Carlos Rodon. Other than that, he can't acquire starting pitching. It's blatantly obvious. And the worst part about what Brian Cashman did with Frankie Montas is not that he was like, oh, I don't want to trade for Luis Castillo because it's going to cost too much. It's he knew he was hurt. He knew this guy was hurt and still traded for him. I mean, if you look at everything Brian Cashman did last year, the trades that he made, it's mind-boggling he has a job. It's mind-boggling that this guy got a 4-year contract extension when he made possibly the worst trade in the history of the organization with Wash Donaldson and IKF. Possibly the worst trade in the history of the organization.
Yeah. It's up there.
Then you look at all his trade deadline deals. Did we like Andrew Benintendi? Sure. I'm not going to give him shit about that. I wanted Benintendi going on 2 years. It's not his fault that he got hurt. But you look at Scott Efros, right? Okay, would have been a nice piece of the bullpen. The guy needed fucking Tommy John surgery. And you're going to be like, oh, you can't blame. Yeah, I can't blame Brian Cashman when he acquires another guy that either had or needs Tommy John surgery. Okay? I can blame him for that. And then all of our pitching depth in the minor leagues is gone because he traded for fucking Frankie Montas. Okay? Now, you cannot look at this trade in a vacuum because it's affecting how the Yankees are operating right now. Why? Okay, you want to believe the reports that the Pittsburgh Pirates wanted 3 of our top 4 prospects, meaning Peraza, Volpe, Dominguez, and Spencer Jones is the other one. 3 of those 4 guys for Brian Reynolds. Why do you think they want that? Because we have no pitching in the goddamn organization because he traded it all for 2 guys that have not impacted the team at all in Montas and fucking Scott Efros. So please tell me how this guy continues to have a job. You want to tell me that Brian Cashman hired Brian Sabian and Omar Minaya? Okay. Now there should be what Hal needs to do now is have what's the word I'm looking for? He needs to direct duties to each guy. Let Omar do the scouting. Let Brian Sabian make the trades and the free agent signings, and let Brian Cashman do what he does best and go dumpster diving and pull out bullpen pieces and guys that can come in and fill out for 6 weeks. So that's what he's really good at. All this other stuff, he is terrible at. How many more times are we have to see this now?
You want to know why that won't happen? Because instead of Hal having that meeting and delegating jobs,
delegating responsibility, that's what I was looking for.
Delegating responsibility, it's Cashman doing that. Now, look, I'm going to give Hal credit here.
But one time, I forget who said it. It might have been David Cohn said this in an interview when he interviewed to be the Yankee pitching coach. Brian Cashman said, "I'm smart enough to know what I don't know." That's clearly a lie. It's obviously a lie.
It is a lie, easily. But you got to give Hal credit in the fact that Judge isn't here. Judge isn't a Yankee anymore if it's not for Hal. He stepped up. He stepped in, he stepped up, and he got the job done, right? That doesn't excuse the fact that he gave Cashman another contract, or Cashman gave Cashman another contract, and the fact that he's still going to take a back seat to running the show. Like, at the end of the day, I like having an owner that's kind of behind the scenes, but when you're behind the scenes, you need to be still in charge of the guys under you. And it's not him delegating any responsibility. It's going to be Cashman doing that. And Cashman's still going to have the final say over it all. It's a mess. It's a mess that Rodon happened, and we heard nonstop, this isn't it. This isn't it. We got big things in the works. We're going to make more moves. We're going to make Judge happy. We're going to build more around Judge. Rodon was great. Getting Judge back was great. But again, I'll go back to it. How have we not addressed anything else? And it's January 16th. And our Yes Network analysts, because they had nothing better to talk about, were instead ranking the good looks of managers around the American League. Meanwhile, Aaron Hicks is wondering if he's going to be a starter in left field on opening day, which is a fucking atrocity.
30 for 30 this year.
I'd rather have Joey Gallo back than trot Aaron Hicks out there all this year.
We still have time. Okay. Somebody brought this up that A-Rod and Roger Clemens were February moves, and we're only midway through January. But one of the first things, since Brian Cashman was not allowed to talk to Aaron Judge, he was actually banned.
Right.
And we were supposed to have some exclusive audio. We're saving it for next week. Okay, so we'll have some exclusive Brian Cashman audio next week.
Leaked audio.
Leaked. Oh shit! I didn't know
some
that.
big juicy gossip going on out there.
All right, so he was banned from talking to Aaron Judge because if he hadn't handled the negotiations, Aaron Judge would be anywhere else but here. All right. So that leaves you literally have one job. That job is to make sure that Aaron Hicks is not an option to be a starting left fielder for his team. And yet here we are on January 16th. He is probably the favorite to be the left fielder. That is just unacceptable. You couple that with the fact that now you screwed up so bad last year that we can't make trades that we need to make this team better because you traded all the guys for guys that are hurt. I mean, it's just I'm running out of ways to say it. Brian Cashman sucks.
Remember a couple years ago when the Yankees started Gary Sanchez on opening day, despite Cole being the pitcher?
It was
it was like, oh no, he doesn't need a personal catcher anymore. Gary's his guy. And then by his next start, Gary wasn't.
It was Higashioka.
It was all for show again. You know, at the very least, if Aaron Hicks is on this team come opening day, he'll be the starting left fielder for show. That will be what they do. If Cabrera is going to be their option moving forward for the rest of the season, I think that's likely. But Aaron Hicks is still going to be the guy on opening day. I'll tell you that right now.
If the Yankees do not acquire another outfielder, I would put good money on it that Aaron Hicks is starting in left field on opening day.
Yep.
And that's an atrocity. It's an absolute atrocity.
It's disgusting.
That we can sit here and talk about all the things that Aaron Hicks has said and done that should get a guy just released. Just go. Get the fuck out.
Just go.
and he's still here and is an option to start on a team that's trying to tell you that they're a legitimate threat to win the World Series this year. It's mind-boggling.
And the saddest part is they absolutely could be. They have all the power to make that happen. I kind of have to go back. Like, if they didn't have a set plan in place here, I have to go back to letting Benintendi go to, where'd he go? Chicago?
Yeah.
Like, how much did that guy fit here? And he didn't get that big of a contract. What was your alternative, and why was he not the guy then? Why was he the guy at the deadline? And why was he not the guy in the offseason when you had no better option? I thought at that point in time, maybe the Yankees thought the Brian Reynolds trade was a realistic option, and they were pretty close to maybe getting something done. And then no, just silence.
All right, I don't know if this is true or not. It's something that I had heard. I don't remember where I saw it. The Yankees, it might have been Brendan Cunty from the Record might have said this, that he had heard on high sources that the Yankees had made a decision that they were going to get either Rodon or Benintendi, not both, and they chose Rodon.
Again, in a vacuum, if you have a gun to my head and say Rodon or Benintendi, I'm taking Rodon. But why? The question has to be, why is that the why are those exclusive? Why can't you get Benintendi if you get Rodon? Why?
Well,
do they not like each other?
Okay. Do you want? Well, I'll give you the exact reasoning. You can tell me you don't like it, but I'll give you the exact reasoning. The Yankees don't want to go into the Steve Cohen tax. They don't want to do it. They don't want to push past 293. The Rodon signing put them right up against it. Right. So you're saying if you can't fit both, who are you taking? Obviously, in my opinion, if just to play devil's advocate, I think they took the right guy. Would you not agree with that?
Yes. And even if you want to say it's fair that they don't want to go over the tax, I will just go right back to the argument that if we had a competent GM, the money spent on Judge didn't have to be spent. You could have had that done a long time ago for a lot less money if you were even a little bit competent.
Well, even if he was a little bit competent, Chris, you could have easily fit $15 million into this payroll if you would have found a way to get rid of Wash Donaldson and Aaron Hicks.
Crazy.
That's $30+ million right there. That you mean to tell me nobody will take it if you you could even pick up half of it, attach a top 20 guy, and get him out of here. Because realistically, what a 18th, 19th ranked prospect is going to be, plus the money to free up to bring in Benintendi to shore up this team to be a real threat to win a World Series is worth it, is it not?
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing. We say this over and over and over again. And I'm bringing this up because some people are bringing it up in the chat. Hal's issue is not spending money. This team has one of the highest payrolls in baseball. Hal's issue is who he employs to spend his money.
I think they're the second highest now, behind Stevie
It's
Cohen.
who he employs to spend his money. Because you want to talk about the Montas trade not being in a vacuum? Look at Donaldson, bro. Look at that.
Right.
Think of the implications. Think of the trade-offs from what happened from that day on. Correa.
They could have,
Twins. Then now we have how much left? 25 million we're paying this guy this year? Crazy.
You could have paid Gio Urshela $10 million a year.
I would have preferred that any day of the week.
And then you would have had the money to sign Andrew Benintendi.
Rob, real quick. Rob, thanks for the super chat. He said the Yankees never cut their losses. It took them 150 games of Joey Gallo to realize he was a trash can. I don't trust Cashman to evaluate a pie eating contest. Keep up the great work, my brothers. Thanks Rob. You're the man.
Listen, of course, when I say Brian Cashman sucks, it's just like it's frustration. I think he is good at doing certain things.
Very good.
He should not be allowed to trade for starting pitching anymore. He really needs to. And look, Brian Sabian's been out of the league a few years now. Same thing with Omar. So I don't know. As time passed those guys by, but I would rather them take control of these situations than let Brian Cashman continue to do it, because we know he can't do it. If the Yankees would have just sat on their hands last year and said to themselves, okay,
Okay.
We cannot match the trade for Luis Castillo. We can't do it, even though they could have. We're not going to. The turnaround is to then not pivot to a guy that is clearly number two and number two by a large margin. Because if the Yankees would have just sat on their hands last year, would have upset a lot of fans, probably. But when the alternative is trading for Frankie Montas, to me personally, I'm like, okay, I'm not really that mad about it, because think about what the Yankees could possibly be doing right now if they had those prospects still in their farm system, and we didn't have to worry about bum-ass Frankie Montas' shoulder now. Then now we have to look at fucking Domingo Germán for a month, or we have to look at Clark Schmidt for a month.
And we're all for trading the prospects for the right people. You don't handcuff yourself by getting rid of them for a guy that you can't rely on. That's not going to make an impact. Not only did he made a negative impact last year, and now we don't even know the status of him anymore. We don't even know if he exists anymore.
If this was a Sonny Gray trade again, right, where he just didn't work out, I'm okay with it.
Different story.
I'm okay with it, because you put your chips in the basket. Guy came here, didn't work out. You fucking knew he was hurt, you idiot. You knew it when you made the trade.
Correct.
Right.
So unless I'm done. I don't want to talk about Brian Cashman anymore.
No, fuck Brian Cashman, dude.
So-
Giants, baby. G-men.
Yeah.
All right. So,
The birds.
and fuck Aaron Boone too, fucking Eagles fan, fucking.
We're gonna start banging.
Whoa.
We are gonna
We
start.
are going to start banging.
Yeah.
All right.
gonna
So,
do it.
are you guys playing for anything, or is this just for fun?
I actually, for me, I do have something I want to.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go
What
back
is
to the, it's going to be, we talked about it before we came on air.
Okay.
But I like the idea. If Ryan loses, I will get a nice Dr. Go Fouch poster, and you will have it behind you for at least 5 episodes.
Okay.
Promoting it behind you.
And what happens when you lose,
That's not my call.
Ryan? What do you want?
I want him to do the one chip challenge.
Oh,
All right, should we just make it one chip challenge?
I don't know, because I don't know.
Dude, I'll die. I could probably have a heart attack.
How about we just do the Dr. Go Pouch on both sides?
I've done Dr. Go Fouch, though.
Yeah.
He's done Dr. Go Fouch.
All right. Well, I don't know, man.
Let's just look. We should just not be bitches and just do the one chip challenge.
I
You
don't
can
want
have
either-
milk.
I don't want.
Oh,
either
you
one to
nervous,
see-
Ryan?
Yeah, but
I don't want
Yeah,
either
I'm
one
nervous,
else to.
dude. I'll have a
I got
heart attack.
Stomach issues.
Yeah, so
Shit.
do I, man. Big time. Big time. Big time. All right. I'm sticking with the Dr. Fouch, and I'll give you, since you're the champion of most events, I'll let you in the last one. I'll let you have time to think of yours.
All right. So what we're doing tonight is we're playing Yankee Jeopardy. Combination of Yankee trivia in the form of Jeopardy. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
I
I got to tell them that I'm getting rid of the chat now.
Okay.
So any super chats I won't be able to acknowledge, I am getting rid of the chat, so we can't see what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I have the board here. We have 4 categories
Okay.
I guess this is Jeopardy, 4 answers each. Okay. It ranges from 100 points to 400 points. Do you have your pen and paper handy?
I do.
All right.
Yes.
So the 4 categories are, and I'll show the board after I read them. The 4 categories are World Series, managers, trades, and the final category is MVPs and captains. So you can see it right here. I'll try to get it in the box so people in the chat can see it there. So I guess since I don't really watch Jeopardy, you guys told me that the defending champion goes first, but how do they figure that out when a new contestants come for the start of the week?
Well, it's always this. It goes more than a week. If you're the champion, you could be the champion for.
Oh, you could be
30
the
games
champion forever
until you lose. Until
So
it's
do you want it? Do you
So I
do
mean,
you want
technically, I
to?
haven't lost.
I mean, it's up to if Chris agrees. I mean, if he wants Ryan to go first.
No,
or if you
yeah,
guys-
absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So since there's no buzzard, okay.
Buzzard.
Yeah, and don't you buzz in to guess in Jeopardy?
It's a buzzer.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever, man.
You said it's 100, 200, 300, 400 for each, right?
Yes.
So
All
I'm
right.
going to even keep count of what's available.
Well, you have. I mean, you're gonna have to, right, in order for your final Jeopardy.
No, I'm going to keep count of what's available for each category, I'm saying.
Oh, I'm going to do that as well. Ding. Okay.
And you're going to keep tally of the scores, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So since you cannot buzz in, we come to the agreement that whoever says okay first guesses first. Okay.
Okay.
So let me get my scorecard here. Okay. I don't have a big enough table. This is okay. So we're gonna have SGR here and Chris here. Okay. So we're starting. And if you're in the chat, please feel free to guess along. We're not gonna see the chat. Okay.
Are there any daily doubles?
No, we're not doing that this time around.
Okay.
I was thinking about it, but
Okay.
we're just gonna play straight up here.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, we're gonna start a Yankee.
You control the
Jeopardy.
board, you tell them.
You control the board. What would you like as your first?
All right, and you have to finish the whole question or answer first.
Yes.
Okay. Are we gonna agree on that?
All right.
100%.
Okay.
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 All right. Let's do trades for 400.
Trades for 400. Okay. In 1959, the New York Yankees sent 4 players to the Oakland A's for this future MVP.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ryan,
Who is Roger Maris? Okay.
correct. 400 to Ryan. All right.
Let's go with trades for 300.
Trades for 300. Before Gary Sanchez, there was this catching phenom who was eventually traded for Michael Pineda.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ryan,
Who is Jesus Montero?
correct.
I was there first.
Hold
I
on.
was
He was
definitely
there
there
first.
first.
He was
Oh,
there first.
my.
Hey, this is a live
Okay, no,
episode.
okay,
We are
okay.
recording it. You can just go back and watch.
I'm not cheating. I heard Ryan's voice
Okay.
first. Okay. All right, Ryan, you still have control of the board.
Okay, so let's go. Well, you know what? Let's stick in that category. I'm liking it so far. Let's go with 200 for trades.
200 for trades. Okay. Despite giving up a grand slam in the 2004 ALCS, this pitcher was traded for this future hold. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Okay. Despite giving up a grand slam in the 2004 ALCS, Javier Vasquez was traded for this future Hall of Famer.
Okay. Okay.
Chris?
Alex Rodriguez. Who is Alex
Incorrect.
Rodriguez?
Nope.
Okay. Who is Mike Mussina?
Nope. So you both lose 200 points there, right?
So I'm
Damn,
negative
I
200.
shouldn't have even guessed that one.
The answer is Randy Johnson.
Ah, damn it.
I don't know why I said A-Rod, but it was just the only thing came to mind.
All right. So
He was there
Ryan,
already.
Ryan, you still have control of the board.
All right, let's just finish out that category. 100 trades.
All right. Alfonso Soriano headlined the deal for this New York Yankee slugger.
I think you got to pass
know,
on
yeah.
both of us.
You don't know it?
No.
The answer is
I'm gonna
Alex
guess.
Rodriguez.
I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to.
Great.
All right. So
Mhm.
we're all right. So
right.
we completed all the trades, and right now Ryan has 500 points, and Chris has negative 200.
All right, let's go to World Series for 100.
World Series for 100. The New York Yankees combined regular season and postseason wins was 125 in this World Series winning year.
Okay.
Yes, Ryan.
Oh no. What is 2009?
No, incorrect.
Okay.
Chris.
Okay. What is 2000? What is 1998?
Judges?
No,
We'll
that's
allow it.
okay. I didn't finish.
We'll allow it.
You could. Oh wow, it was 98. I
It
I
was
was
1998.
I was thinking that wasn't enough.
I
Nope.
almost
Oh yeah,
got
11,
screwed up with
11,
the Mariners.
114 to 11. I should have gotten that.
Yeah.
All right.
That
So
was the
Chris, you have
record year.
you have control of the board now.
All right. I'm going to actually stay in the same category. I'm going to go World Series for 400.
World Series for 400. In 1998 and 1999, the New York Yankees won the World Series in consecutive sweeps. This was the first time the organization had accomplished this since when?
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
What is 1960 and 1961?
Incorrect.
I'm not gonna
Oh, I
guess.
forgot I can't guess. And
You're not going to guess, Ryan?
Nah,
The answer was 1938 and 1939.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
let's stick in World Series for 300.
World Series for 300. In the 2001 World Series, we all remember the big walk-off home runs and game-tying home runs in that series. But who had the game-winning hit in Game 5 of that series for the Yankees?
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Chris.
Who is? Oh my God. Who is Alfonso Soriano?
Correct. Alfonso
Wow, nice,
Soriano had a
Chris.
game-winning single in Game 5.
Was that
So-
for 200 or 300?
That was
300.
300. So Chris now has negative 200 points.
Nice, Chris.
Let's finish up the World Series category for 200. Get me back to 0.
In what World Series winning year did Jimmy Key pitch start the clinching game for the New York Yankees?
Okay.
Yes, Chris.
What is 1996?
Correct.
Wow, good
Chris-
job, Chris.
Chris is back to even. And so we're 2 categories down. Chris is even at 0 and Ryan has 400 points here.
Let's go MVP captains for 400.
MVP captains for 400. Okay. Babe Ruth. Oh, wait, hold on. That's the wrong. Oh, it's on the back here. For 400,
Oh. Is that the
this
answer?
Yankee was the first ever. This is the first Yankee to ever win World Series MVP. The first Yankee to ever win World Series MVP.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Who is Hideki Matsui?
that is incorrect.
He's oh
That is going to be a trick question.
shit.
Oh, I know who it is.
No, I don't know.
Don
You don't
Larson.
know, Ryan? It is
No.
Don Larson.
Damn it.
That was for 400.
That was
Yeah.
for 400.
Let's go same category, 300.
Who was the last Yankee captain before George Steinbrenner bought the Yankees? The last Yankee captain before George Steinbrenner bought the Yankees.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Ryan.
Thurman Munson. Who is Thurman Munson?
That is incorrect.
Damn.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Chris.
Who is Mickey Mantle?
That is also incorrect.
I don't like the negative.
Chris is no. Well, you're down 700 points here. The answer is Lou Gehrig.
Really?
Lou Gehrig was the last Yankee captain before George Steinbrenner bought the team.
Mickey Mantle was never
Never
captain?
captain. Nope.
Wow. 200. Let's go 200.
Who was George Steinbrenner's first team
Mhm.
captain?
Okay.
Yes, Chris.
Who is Thurman Munson?
That is correct. Thurman
Yeah,
Munson
shit.
was his first team captain. Okay.
I'm actually going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to go managers for 400.
Managers for 400. Okay. Babe Ruth's first year with the New York Yankees was 1920. His manager was
Eh.
Ryan. You got anything?
No, nothing.
Miller Huggins.
Mm.
Miller Huggins. Uh-huh.
Same category, 300.
300. Okay. This manager was excuse me. Let me rephrase this. This manager oversaw the great home run chase of 1961.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Chris.
Who is Ralph Houck?
Correct. Ralph Houck for 300. So, Chris, you're down to negative 200 now. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Managers 200. Okay.
Managers for 200. Okay. This manager led the team in Don Mattingly's only postseason appearance.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Chris.
Who is Buck Showalter?
Correct. Buck Showalter. Okay. So Chris is back even.
What's Ryan
You
at
have
here?
to you have to get this, Chris. I'm at 100.
He's at 100 right now.
If
Okay.
you get this, you'll be at 100.
Wow.
We have managers for 100.
There still is
MVPs
one more, yeah.
And MVPs and captains for 100.
I'm going to go MVPs captains for 100.
MVPs and captains for 100. This player hit the first pitch of the game 4 of the 2000 World Series out of the ballpark.
Okay.
Yes, Chris.
Who is Alex Rodriguez?
Nope.
What year was it? Because I froze. What year did you say? Ryan could still guess, by the way.
Nah, I'm not guessing.
What was the question?
The question was, this player hit the first pitch of game 4 of the 2000 World Series out of the ballpark.
Oh, 2000 World Series. Mother effer, man. Derek Jeter.
Ah, shit. Well, too late.
So, I mean, how does this going to work now? Chris, you're minus 100. Ryan's at 100. And we only have one question left for 100.
I'm at what?
You're at minus 100.
So I got to get back to 0. Then you get 1,000. You get whatever.
Right. Yeah.
We'll do whatever he has. I can gamble or try and get back to
I'll
0.
even let him. You give this last question to Chris. You can have this question. This is all Chris. If he gets it, we do Final Jeopardy. If you don't, then I'm just the default winner.
Okay, fine.
All right, managers for 100. The final question on the board. If you don't get this one right, I would really like to see you decapitated.
Okay.
This Yankee manager ended the 2003 ALCS with a home run.
Say that again.
This
Nope.
Yankee manager.
Oh, sorry. Who is Aaron Boone?
Yes, correct.
Okay,
And
so
who is
here's
Aaron
how
Boone?
we should do it. We both get up to. So I'm at 0, right?
You're at 0. Ryan's at 100.
So I'm allotted $200
Who said this?
to risk here.
Who made this rule?
Me.
Is that a Jeopardy rule? Aren't you disqualified if you're at negative?
Yeah, you are, or at 0. But we're gonna
Okay.
have to do something.
So
to
you're
make
at
this fun,
0.
so-
So you're at 0, right?
So
Right.
Ryan,
So
technically,
then you get
Ryan,
1,000 and I get 1,100 or something like.
All
that.
right, deal. So we get $1,000.
But I get 1,100.
Right. So you could technically
Right.
still win.
So you wager when you hear the category.
Yeah, you got to give the category first.
All right, the category is home sweet home.
All
right, write down your wager there. All right. All right, are you ready for the final Jeopardy question?
I'm ready.
The New York Yankees have called the Bronx home since 1923. Where did they play before the Bronx?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time because I was thinking in my head, we can't say it out loud. We got to write it down.
Yes. The Yankees have called the Bronx home since 1923. Where did they play before they came to the Bronx? Are you locked in with your
No.
answers?
No, I'm still thinking.
All right,
You
5
want us to
seconds.
say the city or the stadium?
I will accept only the stadium.
Mm.
If you have the city, I'll take it too.
What was it called?
Are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
I'm just gonna write what I'm guessing.
All right. So
It's
what?
not. I know it's not.
All right, Chris. What did you wager?
I wage. No, you say the answer first.
Okay. So what did you answer?
I answered Polo Grounds.
Okay. And what did you wager?
$101.
So you have $1.
No, I'm at 0 because I got
No.
that last question.
Why do I have minus 100 circled? I have minus 100 circled.
No, I got that last
All right.
question.
So okay. So you're at 101.
I'm at 101.
All right, Ryan.
I did Hyde Park. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
All right. So what did you wager?
Well, I wagered 99.
$99.
Yeah.
I'm so confused right now. You
So,
wagered.
but did you think I was negative 100 also?
Mm-hmm. Well, I thought you were 0.
Yeah, I was at 0 and I wagered $101.
Out of how many?
1,000.
Okay, so then you won.
Right. Say that. Wait, my audio cut out. Say that again.
Well, I guess you win, I guess, but that's, I mean,
So wait a second. You had
Pretty
1,000
anticlimactic.
points. You wagered 101.
Mm-hmm.
You got the answer correct. So you have one.
I
one,
figured
one,
Ryan
one.
would bet $0.
So you have 1,111 points.
boom.
Ryan, you had 1,100.
No, I have 100. I could have gambled with
What did you bet?
$101.
So you won.
Okay, I understand. I thought I was still at 0,
Okay.
and then I could wager up to 1,000. So if I lost, I'd lose. I'd be negative 1,000. So now I'm gonna lose on a fucking technicality.
Right, you
Wow.
lost.
Because you wrote down
that
1,099.
makes sense. Yes.
Oh my god.
Do 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 do.
No, technically,
do do.
this is wild, man.
Scooby Doo. You lose, bro.
You lost
How did-
again, Chris.
You got it wrong though. So if you had 1,000, you only have $1 left.
Ryan, what did you wager? 1099?
Yeah.
So Chris wins.
But I had oh yeah.
Chris
we
won.
should have. We should
stupid,
apologize to the listeners. Listen, we shouldn't have done. I don't think we could have. We shouldn't have done the negatives.
Yeah,
we
why don't
didn't
we
factor that in.
why don't we just do a redo of that?
All right. How about this? Christian has a few minutes to
Okay.
think of one trivia question, and we'll do the wagering over.
Nah, it's all right because you got the last one right. So we kind of went into it.
I actually did pretty
So-
well.
I don't know. I'll give this one to you.
I don't like. We're not doing Jeopardy again. It's stupid.
Wow.
Yeah, that one didn't work.
That
too
one.
great.
That one was a miss. I'm sorry. I
It
would.
didn't-
No, but you did it exactly how it should have gone.
I don't think it
Yeah.
translated very well.
Didn't translate well.
Right. 'cause
It's
the no
okay. You're not going to
buzzers.
win all of them.
Right. It's okay.
You're not going to win all of them. I
You
think
know
I
what?
did pretty well, and I think that is there's something to be said about it.
We tried.
You came through in the end.
Who else is trying like we tried?
Right. No one.
No one's trying.
So who won
I won.
on a
I
technicality?
won. I'll pick the. But you could really say I didn't win because I shouldn't.
You
have.
didn't win because you had negative
Right.
points.
And I gave you the last one where I
Here's
would've
what we're gonna
gotten
do.
that, too.
Here's what we're gonna do.
But it's okay.
What do
You're
we
such a-
have? What do we have going on next week? Something
Unless-
crazy?
Probably not. And that's up to Brian Cashman.
Hey.
Why don't we give the listeners and viewers a do-over and do another just regular straight up trivia? Either it be guess that Yankee or regular trivia to have a fair winner. I don't like losing or winning on technicalities.
All right, I guess we could do that. Okay.
But you don't have to take all the time you take with the questions and stuff. You still have that book. You know?
I still have the book. Oh, the book is stupid.
I like the book.
You like the book, but you
I
can't
bu-
read.
I bought a copy of it.
Did you? They sell it on Amazon. So, all right. So, hey, you know what? Not everything's going to be a winner, bro.
Right.
Hey, look, you got to try things and fail every once in a while. just like Tom Brady right now.
Why? What's the
Oh
score?
yeah.
What's
What's
just
the
6-0.
Oh. Who's winning? Cowboys?
Yeah. 6-0. They got the ball back, I think.
You know what? I'm still proud of the show that we did today. Okay? I am. I'm proud of it. All right. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, it was still a good
Maybe
show.
maybe the fans enjoyed it. I don't know. I don't have the check.
Honestly, I think I might be at fault here because I shit the bed on half of the trivia toward the end there. I didn't get shit.
You know what? I could lose 20 pounds and wear Daisy Dukes in a crop top and do a fake model shoot at Yankee Stadium. Maybe people would enjoy that more.
Okay.
I don't
okay.
know.
Yeah, we
can do
But
that.
I'm
Okay.
trying to
Just
put
a
together an
cut-off
entertaining.
T-shirt. Okay. Yeah.
You know, I put together an entertaining segment. I think this is better than doing Daisy Duke crop top shoots at Yankee Stadium. That's just me. Okay. You know, that's just me.
Right.
I don't know. I think the viewers enjoyed it. I think they were highly engaged. Our last comment, not so much.
Why would you say?
Yeah. Said it was
Good,
brutal.
baby.
He's an
Yeah.
outlier. Yeah, look,
He's
listen, dude. It's okay. I like negative criticism.
Hey, you know what? Like I said, not everything's going to be a winner. Okay, but we tried.
Okay, like the Giants. Okay.
Hey, you know what? If you did not like the game, blame Brian Cashman. Okay, because if
Yeah,
you would have
that's his
given it,
fault.
if the Yankees would be making moves, doing things to give us shit to talk about to fill out a show, we wouldn't have to find ways to entertain ourselves. So blame
man.
Brian Cashman. Get another failure on his part. Okay,
Right. It's all on him.
thank you. We still appreciate your support of the NYYST podcast. We will play more games in the future. Okay,
And next week, don't forget, we have some leaked
but we
audio.
will not be doing Yankee Jeopardy again. Okay, that's just
Okay.
okay. That's not happening again. Okay, but so we do appreciate the continued support of the fans, and you know, if you're still here, if you didn't abandon ship after the Titanic just sunk, please smash the like button and subscribe to NYY News TV, and please give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Twitter at NYYST_podcast. Okay, Ryan, you're still my friend, bro, but fuck Philly. Okay, fuck them. Okay?
Yeah, all right. Show's over. Fuck the Giants.
Whoa.
Tom Brady
Whoa.
interception in the end zone, by the way.
Oh, a little.
That's what that was.
Pete Carroll revenge.
Wow.
Tom Brady intercepted the ball.
Okay,
or he
was
threw
it
Okay, threw an
Malcolm
interception.
Butler? Malcolm Butler go and take the
What a
ball and
set, you know.
go down the end zone there?
I actually ripped all the Rocky Balboa pictures off my wall for this week.
I said Malcolm Butler.
I had to
I
do
didn't
it.
say Rocky Balboa.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Okay, let's get out of here. Thank you again for listening and watching episode 315 SGR.
Go Yanks.
Chris, say goodbye.
Before it hits the front page.